Well, here's my 91 Mazda Protege. This battery sat with 7 volts for a few months, like down to minus 35 degrees Celsius a couple of times there, so, well, more than a couple of times, but I had it in the shack on the charger and it's warm in there. Never did no charge and discharge cycles. I like to do that. You know, you charge them up full, discharge them slightly by turning the headlights on or something. Charge them again, do that a few times. You can usually bring a lot of batteries back doing that. I checked all the oil and coolant. Let's see what happens. Oh, effortlessly. That battery's friggin' prime. Look at how much gas I had in here too. Friggin' right, let's go for a nice bomb tonight. This is the car I got my base in, so it's always fun to drive this thing. Like a champ. Look at all the kilometers on it too. This thing just purrs like a kitten. Oh, I got some squealy belts a little bit. The power steering fluid is really thick in this thing. It really labors that pump when it's cold. I don't think it's even turning right now. I believe that buzzing that you could hear earlier was coming from the transmission. And yes, I changed the transmission fluid filter. It just always buzzes like that when it's cold. It's got the right tranny fluid, no Lucas in it. Whatever, I guess that belt's just gonna have to slip for a little while before the pump starts to go. Unless it is going. The steering wheel's pretty tough to turn though. What a good car. Just a choochin'. We're starting to idle down now. Boy, she sounds good for not running for a few months. I'd actually used toothpaste on these headlights a couple of years ago, and that worked quite a bit. Like, you could not see inside of that lens at all, and now you can actually see in there a little bit. Not much, but I just did this treatment on my van. You use toothpaste first just to kind of get the bulk of it off. Clean that off really good with plain water. And then grab yourself some vinegar and baking soda and make a thick paste with that. And then just go and go and go on there. Like, I literally scrubbed them for 10-15 minutes straight. And then you finally wipe that off with some plain water again. And if you think it's necessary to do another round, go ahead. And then I got some of this Mother's Protectant stuff and put it on there. And man, they're looking good now. So I want to try it with this car tonight. And who knows, maybe if I get done soon enough with this one, I'll check out my Escort's headlights, because they're pretty cloudy too. Typical. As you can see there, you can't even really see inside. You can a little bit. They're not quite as bad as I thought they were, but still could really benefit from polishing. So you might get to see a cold start of this thing pretty soon. Although the plug wires are just shot in the thing, so I might buy new plug wires for it before I start it, because it just sputters and misfires and runs like poop. I changed the cap and rotor, the plugs, back when it was still my cousin's car about a year ago. I just got this thing a couple of months ago, but I literally drove it home and parked it here. I never drove it at all since. The hood's sticking up there because it's got way too big of a battery in it, and that battery was just right done. Probably just gonna huck that battery. I'm not even gonna bother trying to use it on this car, as you always have to boost it. I mean, it'll start the car up right away for you, but if you leave it sit for a day or two, it's just right down to nothing. You never know, maybe I'll try reviving it, but man, this battery's been in this car being half-assed charged for like 3 years. I'm just gonna give up on that battery, I think. Anyways, this thing's running like a beast. I'm really hoping she'll plow out of this deep snow. It's pretty deep, and then we got a ridge right there to go through. But we'll see what she can do, I guess. I'm gonna let it warm up for a good half hour or so. We'll turn the heater on.